Hey there all, what's up everyone? It's Simon back here again for I suppose if you want to call it a rant. It's sort of a sort of bit of a football sort of chat sort of thing, debate, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. So, I'm not going to sort of beat around the bush, I'm just going to get into it. Now, obviously, we know the results have not been great for England at the moment. And with the beloved team that we've got, the blessed team that we've got with so many great players, midfielders, and it's just brilliant. But unfortunately, we've been managed by the manager who hasn't got a clue what he's doing. Yes, I know it's easy for me to say, well, we got to the final of the Euros and that year we just lost on penalties. No disrespect, I think even with any sort of half decent side, we probably would have got to the final anyway. And that's not disrespecting the team that got us there. But anyway, so what's Gareth Southgate up to? Really, what's he up to? He seems to have some sort of personal vendettas against people that have not been picked. Hence, like James Maddison, which I will sort of get into in great detail in a minute. It's just frustrating. Yes, like I said, the results have not been cracking. But what can you do, really? It is what it is. It's just, I don't know. He seems to have, I don't know, lost the dressing room. I don't know. But I said many a time ago when Southgate was taken over, I thought, yes, he's sort of good, sort of like as a second sort of coach sort of thing. Not a manager, but a sort of good coach. But hence, he got picked for England, and I thought, okay, this is interesting, but it's not going to be as good as he's not going to do as well as we're going to think. Yes, he took us to a final, and we sort of did really sort of well. But to be fair, we didn't play really exciting football, did we? When we get to the final, but we got to the final, which is brilliant. But it doesn't matter how you get there; it's how you sort of finish, I suppose, in a weird way. So just excuse me for a minute. I'll just blow my nose. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to get straight into the discussion. Now, a certain James Maddison has not been picked for England for reasons unknown, and I don't understand why he's not been picked. It's frustrating because the stats show that he's got more assists and more goals than any of the midfielders that are in the England squad at the moment. Now, it's no disrespect to the midfielders that are in there because, I mean, Jack Grealish, yes, he's alright, but he's not had the best of seasons, to be fair, considering his big £100 million move to Man City, not really sort of blown sort of like the whole sort of place like Man City. Phil Foden, yes, great player, great talent. He's sort of been, he's good. He's a very good player, and he's certainly world class. Well, when the real Phil Foden shows up, it's a brilliant player. Phil Foden's just unbelievable. But anyway, to be picking James Ward-Prowse ahead of James Maddison, I don't understand that one. That's frustrating. Now, you're probably thinking I'm having a rant. Well, I'm sort of having a rant, I suppose. You're probably thinking, well, you're only sort of saying this because he plays for Leicester City, James Maddison. It's nothing to do that at all. It's the stats are there to show that why he should be picked for England and he's not, and I don't get it. It's like I said, he's got more goals, he's got more assists, and even in the Premiership alone, this season just gone, he was 6th in the most created chances. I mean, what does that say? For other players to be ahead of him, I don't get it. Is it frustrating? Of course it is. Will this continue? I don't know. But it's a crime that he's not been picked. I know it sounds stupid to say, but it is. It's just a joke. The bloke has been, yes, sort of towards the second half of the season, he's been phenomenal for Leicester. Yes, we've not had the greatest seasons, but it's nothing to do about Leicester. It's to do with England. But yet he still doesn't pick him. Now, I don't understand why. Has Southgate got a personal vendetta against him? Does he not like him? Is it because he plays for a smaller club? Is it because of his attitude towards football? Is it because of the incident he had when it was a year or two ago a few years ago with the whole sort of poker thing, what he was doing? I don't know. But it still shouldn't change anything that he's been consistently brilliant for Leicester City and still yet he's not been picked for England. It's frustrating and I don't understand why. Even Eric Dyer as well should be sort of shouted at as well because he's been pretty decent for Tottenham because of the defence at the moment has been terrible. And when you've got Harry Maguire and John Stones, sort of says it all, doesn't it, really? But obviously they're only being picked. I mean, I'm going to say it, they're only being picked because they play for the big clubs, don't they? Let's just be blunt. So, well, let's just get to the point, really, innit? So yeah, so pretty much, it's just, I don't know. It's just very frustrating, folks. Where you're getting something like James Ward-Prowse is getting picked ahead of Maddison. Yeah, I'm not slating Ward-Prowse, but yeah, he's a good player. But really, set piece taker. That's all he really is, to be brutally honest. But I don't know. But yeah, it's the same old sort of same players and all this and that, big clubs and all that stuff, because it's always the same. It just does my nut in, you know. I just think I don't know. Perhaps I'm probably ranting too much. I'm probably sort of wrong, you know. But like I say, it's been a very disappointing sort of squad choice from Southgate. Yes, some players deserve them. The majority of the players deserve to be in there. But there's always going to be one that doesn't sort of deserve to be in there. But anyway, but like I say, it's just frustrating, folks, and I don't get it. I mean, I'm just like I say, is it really that personal between him and Gareth Southgate and Maddison? Is it because of what he really did, the whole poker sort of incident sort of thing? I don't know, but the whole party sort of thing, I don't know. But then again, if you want to sort of go down the road, what happened to Phil Foden a couple of years ago with the whole sort of with some Icelandic woman? And what happened with the whole Jack Grealish thing when he got absolutely smashed out of his head on drink and sort of smashed cars and stuff and over his own car? But they still get picked from England. I don't get it. It's frustrating. I'm not slating them anyway for what they... I'm not slating them for the football, because football-wise they're brilliant. I'm not getting that. But it's just... I don't know why, and I don't know how, in other words, why Maddison's not being picked. It's just frustrating, folks. So... dear. Will we pick for the World Cup squad? Who knows? I don't know. But we're lacking in that creativity in midfield. And obviously, in my eyes, Maddison does provide it. And I'm sure I'm probably not the only person that's sort of ranted on about it and sort of had their thoughts on it. Even Jack Wilshere and Darren Bent sort of mentioned it the other day on a certain radio channel. And they sort of mentioned it. And Jack Wilshere was basically sort of saying, it's literally a crime he's not been picked. It's just ridiculous. And he said sort of like, I think he sort of said something like, we're lacking creativity in midfield at the moment, and Maddison creates it. So it's coming from sort of an everyday person like me to sort of ex-professional footballers like Darren Bent and Jack Wilshere. So, but anyway, it is what it is. I think now Gareth Southgate should be booted. Who I would replace him with? One name well, there's a few names I suppose you could throw in the mix. I mean, Graham Potter's probably the one for me, because he's about as English. He's about as English. That sounds wrong. He's a very good manager. Let's just put it that way. What he has done for his club, for Brighton, he's been absolutely brilliant. But there we go. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to end it there, folks. And like I say, sorry for the rant. bit of a moan and this and that, I suppose. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, folks. Anyway, and hopefully, sort of a couple of months' time. Hopefully, I don't know when the actual squads are announced for the World Cup. I'm not sure. I think it's not long before the actual World Cup starts, but we'll see anyway. So. But anyway, so I'm going to stop it there, folks. And like I say, thanks for listening to me waffling on and moaning about certain players and stuff. But like I say, like and subscribe my video. Greatly appreciate it, obviously, as always. But for now, folks, that is done. So hopefully a little bit later on, I might be able to bring you a video or two on certain games that I will be playing, which I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do. But for now, I'm going to end it there because I've got lots of stuff to do. But for now, folks, that will be it. So take care and stay safe, folks. And give me your thoughts and comments, obviously, on what you think and who should be in the England squad for the World Cup. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. And I shall speak to you soon for some more, hopefully, more football chat. Bye all.